Hello everyone, welcome back to more Magic the Gathering Arena, more Premier Draft Murders at Karlov Manor. There's a lot of good cards in this pack. These first three, nothing to write home about, but we have Detective Satchel, great card. Buried in the Garden, great card. Inside Source, great. Thraben, well, Novice Inspector, great. The Deuce is fine, these are fine. I think I want one of the uncommons. It feels bad to pick a two-color card already. But I believe these are considered both great early picks, right? Yeah. Draft Sim agrees with me that Buried in the Garden is the way to go. How good is it say? I mean, Inside Source is good, but it's not like that good. It says it's better than Detective Satchel as a first choice, which fair enough. But just removal, fixing, ramp, it has it all. Whew. I think you take the Neighborhood Guardian, but a green-white land would certainly be cool. You know, these guys would be okay, but Neighborhood Guardian's just really scary. And it doesn't commit me so hard to green as, like, I don't know. Anyway, I think it's a powerful spell rather than a land. Holy smokes, it's a Tolsimir pick 3. I'd like that land back, I think. Okay. Cool. Killer Among Us, also great. I'm not taking the Niv Mizzet. I will take a Killer Among Us, though. The only other choice here being the land, which I don't think is much of a choice. The Maverick, just a good card. Seems right to me. Consultant, great. Well, this one's been drafting itself, I think. I'll take the Dog Walker. Except for pick 2, when I took Neighborhood Guardian. I think that was the only interesting pick so far. Pick 1, you know, picking Buried in the Garden was not, like, mandatory. I think there were other cards you could have picked. And pick 2, Neighborhood Guardian, you know, maybe the land, maybe something else could have been good, but everything since then, I think, has been like, yeah, obviously you're taking the insane green-white card and not some other piece of garbage. Obviously, Dogwalker, not actually green-white, but, you know, you can play this in any white deck or any red deck and be pretty happy. Good name. Jason Degus? Lucchesi? I always forget. In Italian, which is what this looks like, how does the CCH sound? It's a K sound, right? A double C sound without an H is a Ch. It's like the opposite of English, I think. So this would be Lucchesi. Jason Hickey. Well, we know that guy's name. Rah! Airtight Alibi is not that great. I'm just going to take a good creature. MTG Nerd Girl. Is that? That's a YouTube channel, right? I feel like I've heard of that person. It could be a copycat, of course, but like if I look that up, that is a real, yeah, that person has a YouTube and, ooh, I'll take a consultant. A YouTube and or Twitch channel. Interesting. I'm not a fan of either of these. Locks on Eavesdropper is pretty good, though. I don't currently have any enchantments, is that correct? Yeah, so that would make the case file auditor pretty bad. I think I'll just grab an Eavesdropper. You could argue for Hustle and Bustle, maybe, or for Airtight Alibi, but I won't. What are you? Do I want to... Oh. Isn't this actually, like, good? Yes. yes. I have it buried in the garden, so I could splash for that. But I don't have any other fixing yet. So I think it's probably better to take like a Crowd Control Warden or Karlov Watchdog, or maybe Not on My Watch. How good is Not on My Watch anyway? Not that great. I'll take the Crowd Control Warden. Big payoff for going wide, which we'd like to do. Cast will face up for a change. Tunnel Tipster looks quite good. You could take Scene of the Crime if you wanted to like make sure you can cast Tulsimir more easily, but I'm not too worried about that. I don't think you should take Auspicious Arrival over Tunnel Tipster. Gosh. I mean, another Tunnel Tipster or an On the Job? I don't think you want a Hedge Whisperer. I think like you want an On the Job, right? That's the answer to that question. You got to make sure you have one. 2 would be nice. Okay, I'll take a Phantom here. Nice little 2-mana aggro card. You could take the Escape Tunnel, but nah. Where's my... Okay, only my second Night Watch. I mean, you could take the Alibi to have some interaction. I don't know. I'm just going to keep dumping creatures out on the board, is my opinion. Vitu Ghazi? For the... Yeah, I guess. No chance we're solving Case of the Shattered Pact anytime soon. This is... Okay, we get a second On the Job, and I do want it over Rebel Belt Maverick. It's just so important to have access to the... Oh, good. We get our Combat Trick after all. So important to have it On the Job in your, like, token decks. And we have a decent number of those kinds of cards, right? I mean, we have the Dog Walker. Seasoned Consultant likes you to go wide. I don't know. That's whatever. It could be fine, actually. Due Diligence is a real, like, backbreaker when it's good. And when it's bad, it's just, like, bad, but I could see playing it. Oh, Killer Among Us is another token card we have. Second Alibi is probably not going to see play. This could be alright if I need a disguise creature. Ooh, get a leg up, huh? But what about Panther? What about Fuss and Bother? What about Seasoned Consultant number 3? Get a leg up is a lot better than Airtight Alibi. I'd be happy to play it instead. The question is the difference there bigger than just like getting another good card? I have really no idea. I think I'll just take another Consultant. Maybe it's supposed to be Panther, but I don't think so. I'll take an Aurelia's Vindicator. That's like, I believe, top 1 card in the format according to Draft Sim. Yes, it is the best card available. Pack 1, pick 1, and we're in the right colors already, so. They went this way or Granite Witness. I don't want Cease and Desist or Make Your Move. Not ramping into much, really. So I think I'll just take a Granite Witness. Fanatical Strength? I already have 1, don't I? But Combat Tricks are good. I have plenty of 2s. I don't need the Sanitation Automaton. We could probably cut Rakish Scoundrel, just not my favorite card. Third Airtight Alibi. I think I'll just take Scene of the Crime. It's not a great land, but it's okay. Consultant, what is this, number 4? Sign me up, I guess. Just have lots of 2-mana plays. That's the plan. Also triggers Phantom and Neighborhood Guardian, of course. Okay, we can cut one. No, not Fanatical Strength. I wanted to cut a... Ooh, another Dog Walker. Okay. Cut an Airtight Alibi. Maybe I can even cut both. Oh, yeah, I think if I can run... I can cut all the alibis if I can run Auspicious Arrival. I like that better. I already have 2 alibis. Let's take a Hellion, I guess. Another Crowd Control Warden is solid. 2 on the jobs. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can cut Rakish Scoundrel. I don't really need any of this off-color stuff, I think. I have plenty of good stuff that I can cast face up or face down. I will keep the Dog Walkers because they're just bananas. Granite Witness is evasive, but I'm not like that excited about it. I think I'm cutting Due Diligence and Make Your Move. Yeah, plenty of disguise stuff. This one I'm going to consider a land while deck building, I think. Gosh. I have too many insane cards. I guess I only need to make one more cut to get down to 17. And it kind of feels like Museum Nightwatch is the worst card in the deck. It does, like, spit out a token. 3 combat tricks feels like a decent number. And I have enough creatures. You could cut a Dog Walker, but I refuse. It's so good here. And then we fix the mana base, cutting all these mountains. And we have more plains than forests, which seems right. With Tolsimir and Vindicator and double on the job. And nothing double green. And only one piece of fixing that requires green, and it requires white anyway, so... Alright, let's give it a shot. I think 17 lands is about right. I mean, I got very clear and loud signals during the whole draft that, like, yeah, you should go green-white. The early Tolsimir was a big reinforcement of the, you know, there wasn't a signal to open whatever I opened, pack one, pick one, Buried in the Garden, right? That's just like, that's what you opened. But then it happened to coincide with the actual signals I got, which was very nice. This is kind of a questionable hand because I don't have anything on 2, but we have like 4 Seasoned Consultants we might draw, plus some other stuff. And we have like one of the insane bombs in hand right now, so yeah, just like needs something to be good, but not much. Okay, well, at least they're not running us over. I think you face down a Crowd Control Warden on 3. Actually, if you face down this, can flip it for 3 and then have access to 3 mana, right? So you could turn 4 Tolsimir if you do this, yes? I think that's pretty good. But I do already have an okay turn 4 play, right? And a turn 5 play. I don't think I need Tolsimir. Let's just do this. This is a land that I can get into play for free if I play it as a land, right? I could pay 3 to ramp and have 5 mana next turn, but I think 4 is fine. No plays for 4 mana. What is happening in this world? I would understand it in black, like they're holding up long goodbye or something. Although that's risky because you might flip this, so maybe not. And they didn't even crack the clue looking for plays. They value rope that highly. Okay. I guess we just smash out here, right? I have located... No, I haven't located the killer. Okay. I mean, making a 5/5 is not incredible, but... Keep... Like... I don't know. It's card advantage. They just, like... chumped with a killer among us? With all 3 tokens? And now they're sacking a clue. This makes no sense. I mean, we're gonna win this game. Okay, yep. Good. We have won this game. As I was speaking the sentence, it became wrong because it went to past tense instead of future tense. I don't know what was going on that game. Oh, any cool dailies I should be re-rolling here? White spells, green spells. I guess I did only cast 1 white spell that game, huh? The Night Watch. The other one was a green and white spell, but it was face down. And I didn't cast any other spells, just those 2. So who needs card advantage, I guess, if you can just cast 2 spells and win the game. What did opponent do? They played Clue and Killer Among Us, or Rope and Killer Among Us, and that was it, right? I don't know, man. I feel like attacking me with a 4/4 would have been pretty cool. The double block was like an inspired way to lose everything for no reason. Doomenstein. Is that like... a reference to Doom and Wolfenstein combined or something? They're kind of similar sorts of games. I don't know. That could be a thing. Hitting auto pass there so Arena doesn't rat me out for having Auspicious Arrival. Let's just run out of Dog Walker. Hope to... oh, I can't flip it anytime soon, can I? No second white. This could fill that role someday, but... well, I guess in that case, this is the one I'm happy to lose, because it's just a 2/2. They have a 1-mana green instant? What is there in this format? What? Get a leg up. Okay, noted. So they can make this a 2-3. Fine. No blocks. You get to play your disguised creature if you want. Which they could do anyway, of course. Yikes. Well, now suddenly Get a Leg Up is +3/+3, and Auspicious Arrival doesn't even work. So I guess I'm just playing another creature face down? It could be Branch, so that on the next turn I could flip Dogwalker, I guess? Does that make any sense? I think it would be better to just get some Crowd Control Wardens in there. Aurelia's Vindicator is disguise for X and 4, so you need quite a bit of mana. Okay, we'll double block and they can kill one of them. I don't really care which. Let's get a leg up. Which one will they protect? Probably the Mask Maker. So let's lose the dog walk. Well, I'm losing both, I guess. Yeah, okay. Not a great time for Buried in the Garden. I'm just gonna play a 5-mana 4/4. Does pretty good job against this board, right? But they probably have something. You're a citizen, right? Not a detective? Yeah. Okay, crime has been bitten down on. That's bad. A Killer Among Us. I mean, I might have to block with that. Pretty bad, right? What else can I do? Face down the Vindicator, hold Auspicious Arrival? Feels like that might be even worse. Buried in the Garden, one of their pieces of junk? I don't think so. Okay, Killer Among Us. I think I did Human last time, so it must be Merfolk time. Ugh. Okay. Just stop some damage if you can, please. Got him. Okay. I can bury Tolsimir in the garden, but I can't also get the wolf token. Yeah, of course. that doesn't work. Nope. There we go. I think it's the 5/5, right? Because I have a blocker for Tolsimir. Getting tricked, probably? But I can't just do nothing. Okay. I mean, with Aurelia's Vindicator in hand, this game is still potentially winnable. Because I can flip this for 2. If I can convince... or 3, even. If I can convince them to flip this face up. Yeah, good tap. I'll try the block. This is great news. Because it means they're going to flip this up to trick me, and then it won't have ward anymore. Yikes. Okay. It not only doesn't have ward, it's dead. Cool. And I get to keep my 4/4. So, target stuff in graveyards, right? So I could get some of... it's creature cards in graveyards, right? Yeah. So, I kind of have to pull the trigger on this, right? And I might as well pick up a bunch of my cards. I could... 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can pay X's 4. I only need X's 2, honestly. 3. But I'm not going to use the mana for anything else, so... well, I choose 3. Up to X. You, and you. Oh my god, I forgot it has lifelink. What a BS card, huh? It still has ward like 2, right? Yeah. Sure. Sure. Please double block me. I mean, it's a trade. I don't have some secret trick, but I'm like just fine with that. The less stuff they have on the board, the happier I'm gonna be. And this is threatening lethal next turn. I don't need to play this forest. And this is still fine against a board clear because I get a bunch of stuff back in my hand. So I don't mind overcommitting a little. Ooh, that has haste. Okay. Doesn't want to attack, though, surely. What? Really? There's no +8/+8. I'm just going to let this in. Okay. Rayleigh's Vindicator. Good card. Lived long enough to flip it. Barely. We slogged through a Tolsimir. I mean, it wasn't... I guess, I don't know. Slog is the wrong word there. We survived a Tolsimir. It wasn't on the board for long enough to call it a slog. They traded it off for like a 2/2. Doesn't seem right to me. But they wanted to push as much damage as they could and make me lose my face-down creatures, so sure, I guess. This is almost a hand. I think with Rumblebelt Maverick to surveil for a plains... and 8 planes plus a Scene of the Crime in deck, I think it's worth a try. We have a lot of shots to hit a planes fairly early. That was not it. But great work, Rumblebelt Maverick. You did it. It's a planes. Another creature. Okay, so we swingity-ding in there. And the hand is great now. Rumblebelt Maverick completely sealed the deal. Not to say that I've won the game, sealed the deal, but it turned a very questionable hand into like, okay, yeah, worth keeping. Dogwalker to pump the 1/1 and get in for 2 damage, I think. I know they're red-white, but I can be aggro. I can get some damage in. By the way, I want another planes next turn so I can flip Dogwalker and play Seasoned Consultant. But Dogwalker not Seasoned Consultant. It is a good combo with Seasoned Consultant, but it's also like with Neighborhood Watch Guardian. It threatens 2 instant speed pumps. Kind of cool. Ooh, okay, that might be better than flipping the Guardian, the Dogwalker. Is to just play 2 of these. And attack with a 1/1. Just pump it twice. They don't really want to trade with this, so. And if I make either of these a 3/3, they might double block, and I'm not that happy with that. Like, we're threatening lethal with On the Job. I haven't done the math, but it's a lot of damage. What is this? Yeah, I'm just attacking with everything. I don't need to count. This is why they say math is for blockers. So we're currently getting in for 8. 9? This is getting in for 17? I mean, Lightning Helix saves them, for example. They're not dead. I mean, they look dead, but they have mana. They could do something. Lightning Helix would be one example. What was this? Museum Night Watch. That's why they tapped carefully. Okay. Although, it was going to tap that way for them anyway, so I don't know. Yeah. Never even flipped that dog walker. Always gotta be careful when a white deck... I mean, I don't know. I don't mean to talk down to an opponent like, oh, they should have won that or something. I just, like... They were in a position that was very difficult. But when a white deck attacks you with, like, 6 creatures... On the job is a thing to think about. I'm not saying there was much they really could have done about it, but, like, the block that they made loses to on the job. And maybe they just said, fine. I need to take some risks to get ahead enough in this game. What the hell? No! Oh, boy. We may need to end this game quickly. Crashing Footfalls. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Kellen! Ah! I'm getting outbombed here. Yikes. This is atrocious. It's so bad. But, I mean, they haven't done anything yet. The problem is, like, next turn, what they're going to do is play Kellen. And then what am I supposed to do? I guess Fanatical Strength them? Draw a land? It's good enough. I assume they won't block. And then I'll play another Consultant post-combat. And then I'm kind of threatening a lot of damage. Does it matter where the counter goes? I don't know. Not really. Or the buff. Here? Oh, I can't play Seasoned Consultant post-combat because I don't have another white source. Two count. This is about ready to go off, huh? Yeah, really would have preferred a Plains. But opponents at 12, like, the game plan of kill them quickly is working. Sort of. I'm not sure it's going to be quickly enough. If this were a Plains, I would have a lot more faith in myself. Not least because it means I could top deck on the job, but also I'd have this in play and they'd have taken 1 more damage already. At least none of my stuff is artifacts, huh? Face Up Bloomkin, a 3/3. Okay. Probably should have attacked with Kellen before doing all this. And next turn, they get the 2 rhinos. Okay, Plains is fine. It's good. This gets in for 7. It's getting close. My flyer can now, like, start actually killing them over the top of the rhinos if they don't have a way to deal with that. Currently, they don't. It's kind of a nail biter here, because I am dead if I don't kill them in the next like 2 turns. Those rhinos are gonna stomp all over me. Is this like Nervous Gardener or something? Buried in the Garden. Okay, that's a spell. I can play that and... This might just be lethal? No. But I can exile a 4/4 and then use the mana from that to play a Consultant. And then I'll have 4 attackers. This does 3 damage. But they could block all of these. 2 of them with 4/4s, so I don't think that would be very good. So it's... I do exile a 4/4 here. But I still only attack with the Phantom. And then next turn, these 5 creatures are a way to threaten lethal even if I don't get the Phantom to fly. So I'll have 5 lethal attackers, right? They currently have 3 blockers. Okay, that doesn't do it. What are you going to do for 2 mana that wins the game here? Surely there was something better they could do in their hand than that. Could attack me for 13, I guess. Get a leg up still doesn't kill me. If they have that blue combat trick that gives everything -2/-0, I lose, but what was I supposed to do in that case? I guess I could have waited until I could give the Phantom flying. It seems very passive. In a position where I need to be active. Okay, they didn't have it. Whew. Crashing Footfalls turn 1. Tough to beat. I feel almost as though they blocked the flyer at exactly the wrong time, but I don't know. If they blocked it earlier, I had them... Like, there was that one turn I floated 2 green mana and would have loved to kill Kellen. So earlier wouldn't have worked. They... I don't know. I mean, aggro wins games, so... We drew a pretty good aggressive hand and attacked with it. Market Watch Phantom, very, very important card that game. But Neighborhood Guardian, also important. The Season Consultants were whatever. Like, they definitely played their role, but a lot of creatures could have fit that slot. Like, a 2-mana 2/2 probably would have been fine. It didn't have to be this, like, 1/3 that turns into a 3/3 when it attacks. Whereas the, you know, replacing Neighborhood Guardian or Market Watch Phantom with a 2-mana 2/2 would not have done the job. Newspaperman 83. I was double checking whether it said B3. This is fine. I'll draw a forest eventually. I mean, what I need is a forest and another land, but... I guess we just run out the Guardian, right? I don't know, maybe I was supposed to mulligan this hand. Drawing Season Consultant made me feel sick to my stomach there. But, like, these 4 creatures can win the game if opponent doesn't have much either. I don't need more mana necessarily to win. I'd like it. It would certainly improve my odds a great deal. Next turn, we get to swing with all the stuff. Even if we miss a land. Boo, how dare you. Okay, that's a big problem, obviously. A forest, we did it. And, I mean, you just have to be mana efficient here. You can't play the 1-3 even though, hey, it could sort of attack as a 3-3. Oof, that's a lot of stuff. Do we swing here? Not sure. I mean, I guess so. But it would be so much stronger to swing with on the job up, right? Like, if I swing now, I'm trading each of these 1-3s for a 2-2, and I'm trading my 2-2 for a 2-2. At best, right? But, like, that kind of seems... I don't know. It doesn't seem awful. Because once they start flipping these, I might not get such reasonable trades. And I have the hand advantage, or the card advantage right now. Or I have cards in hand. If I can trade off on the board, I think I'm happy. I think they should take some of these trades, because I'm not threatening on the job right now, and I will soon. I think, by the way, they should know that I have no lands in hand, because I would definitely play one here to threaten on the job, even if I didn't have it. Unless there's some reason I want them to know that I don't have on the job, because I don't want them to... I don't know. Normally, though, I think it would make sense to play a land here before combat. Oh! Well, I was going to play this, but I think the flyer's looking pretty good right now. Well, it's not going to fly anytime soon, though, right? It might next turn if I don't draw a land, and then I have to play Seasoned Consultant. But I kind of hope that's not what happens. And in that case, I'd rather have this 1-3. Yeah. I can't believe they just took 8 there. They value all of these more than one of my 1-3s? And not only that, they value them more than one of my 1-3s by a margin of at least 3 life. Is there gonna be surprise Yaris coming up? Mountain into Yaris? That's the plan? I don't know. Seems weird. Land, I mean, is just about game winning here. A tap land, very funny. I'm not so keen to smash in right now because they have the mana up to do something with these guys. And I have actual on-the-job coming up for which I didn't have before. So I think we just go with this. It turns out playing these in the other order would have gotten in 2 damage, which would have been a big deal. I chose to be optimistic. Maybe I should have chosen to be pessimistic to ensure against my worst case, but I don't know. Don't I have one other weird land in the deck? There's this and... oh yeah, Vitu-Ghazi, that's right. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about that at all. Please, attack. Are you joking with me? I pass. No attacks. I'll take 3. Now, a full swing would be a little scarier, right? That's 12 damage, 22. I would have to block something if they have on the job. But this is kind of telegraphing that they don't, I think. Great. Because with on the job, they might try a full swing here. I don't know. Maybe that would be too brave. It's so easy for me to punish that, I guess. Okay, I can't do anything and on the job, so I will just on the job. Or I'll attack, planning on the job. I wonder if they would like decided to get in 3 cheeky damage so that they could kill me with on the job next turn after I try something like this. I don't know. They have to lose a lot for nothing in order to live here, so I think this is still fine. Like, if they double block anything, they lose the game, right? Because no, then I'm only getting in with 1 creature. But if they double block anything, they have to single block with everything else, and they just get completely blown out. If they have their own on the job, that would be kind of funny, I guess. Then I might be in some trouble. Holding on for a defensive on the job. That would be cute. Maybe that is what's happening. It's not bad trades for me if that happens. I don't mind. Bet they wish they had that 3-2 available to block with. Okay, so on the job doesn't kill them, but it is pretty powerful stuff. We're obviously doing it. On the job in reply? It keeps them in the game, I think. Most of the board trades off and they go to 1, but they have creatures left and I don't really. Oh no, it's just not great. Vengeful Creeper and Greenbelt Radical. Scary stuff. If they'd had the 1 extra mana for Greenbelt Radical, I could have had a bad time. Okay. Take 12. Hopefully they don't kill me somehow. Nice. Oh, hang on. You have to do this by hand or it's gonna make you sad. Since they threw a Fanatical Strength at me just to show off, we'll take him to minus 15. Seems like the kind of thing they would appreciate. Close game. Very, very scary at the end there. I think they played it well. I'm not so sure about the turn they took 8 when they could have made some blocks, like one of those double blocks. I guess they were just like saving up for that Greenbelt Radical flip turn that was going to win the game was the idea. Yeah, play could have worked out, I guess. Doesn't seem necessarily wrong. But I feel like they could have blocked like Tunnel Tipster and Vengeful Creeper for one of my 3/3s or something like that. Looking hot. I've even got the double white for Dogwalker. Killer Among Us on the job. Yeah, these are nuts. These all work so well together. Blue, black. Okay. I'm not running out the forest yet. I want potentially a lot of white. And I don't have any need for green at this time, so why let them know, right? Ooh, wait a minute. Sultai Chalk Outline? 5-colored Niv Mizzet? Could be anything. I don't really... Oh yeah, I do want to attack with a 3/3 because they can't block it. Great. I mean, they can, but they would not be happy to do so. Would like to start drawing lands pretty much for the rest of the game. These are enough spells to win. What was that? Oh, the tap land, sure. I think just full swing here with Dogwalker as the trick, or Fanatical Strength, I guess, if that could matter. I can't beat, like, Get a Leg Up or Fanatical Strength anyway, so I might as well go for the extra damage. What? Slice from the Shadows for 1? On this? Oh, just to keep this alive. They really value their mana, huh? They're fixing. Okay. I think we just smosh here? Right? With, like, on the job is pretty cool. I don't know. Maybe it's better to play Seasoned Consultant, have Fanatical Strength up. And develop the board a bit more. Maybe it's play Dogwalker and no attacks. No, because I want it on the job soon. I think Seasoned Consultant is pretty good here. Swing with everything but the tokens. Having Fanatical Strength up seems okay. I just want an excuse to use this card. Great. Excuse acquired. They really value their mana right now, apparently. Well, they have a Public Thoroughfare already. Let's do it this way. Just in case. I don't want to put damage on this just in case there's some reason they want to get it in their graveyard or something. Some way they could, I don't know. I don't know what it could possibly be, but it didn't, putting extra damage on this didn't help, so I was like, let's just not do it. On the Job is close to lethal here, right? Like, if they don't block, we're threatening 7 plus, like, 8. So they have to block 2 creatures, which has to both be chumps. Yeah, the attack is good. They go to 2, and we clear their board. Good. Oh yeah, this is a reason, by the way, that they want that in their graveyard. This wasn't in play at the time, but just like, I don't know, putting damage on this guy could be bad. Even though it didn't seem like there was any real way they were going to like add in the 1 extra damage. I sure wasn't going to add in the 1 damage, and so, you know, just in case. Don't do, I don't know. Like, imagine, let's think of it this way, right? You're attacking with a 5/5 into 2 1/3s. You're going to kill one of the 1/3s. You can kill the other. You can do 2 damage to the other if you want. Usually you're like, sure, I'll do the damage. Maybe I'll find some way to add extra damage to it or something. Like, it usually is harmless. But if you're sure you won't actually be able to finish the job, then you might think of it as saying, okay, I'm going to kill one of your 3/3s. And opponent says, oh, do you want to do 2 damage to my other guy? It's free. I don't mind. You can do it. Go ahead. I don't mind. I'll allow it. Like, if your opponent is so, like, it could only make your opponent happy. It could never make you happy. So I feel like careful play is to not put that damage on. It's doing something that they can't do themselves, and which they probably don't want to do, and so then it doesn't matter, but maybe they do want to do it. And you've done them a favor by damaging it. Could happen on occasion. Loving all these planes, kind of. I mean, I would have preferred a 3-drop so I could play this face up as a 4, but at least it's not like Forest Overload with On the Job and a bunch of white spells in hand. Grixis. A 3/2. Alright, well, nothing better to do than flip this, I guess. I could attack with everything and On the Job, but that's, like, not even good. I would welcome a block. Okay, if they don't block, I still flip. Nothing better to do than follow up with Killer Among Us into On the Job. Not a great start. Ooh. That's a little bit scary. I think I still offer this trade. I don't imagine they're going to want to take it because they know it leaves me with a 2/2. Okay. Let's see, it was Merfolk last time, so it must be Goblin today. Obviously, I can pick whatever I want, but that's my randomization strategy, is to just cycle it, and then from a given opponent's perspective, it's always random, even if they know my strategy, because they haven't seen my past games. Swamp into Deadly Cover-Up would be a big bummer. I think I would concede. There's no hope after that. Okay, in we go. you want to play a game? This is often with Killer Among Us, you just attack with the one that's actually a 4/4, and there's no like guessing game for your opponent. Because there's not that much, like, because then you get a 4/4 and you get these 2/1/1 tokens that go with it. Isn't that nice? But here, like, the 1/1s that attack are actually doing something, and they actually do have to guess which one they should block. A nice change, eh? I wonder, by the way, why they didn't sack a clue and then make a Thopter before blocks. They have some actual combat trick planned. Like galvanize, sure. It is a goblin. Deadly cover-up still kills me, but I want to get in there and win the game next turn. It's not a swamp. They can't deadly cover-up. Okay, is that 7? 7-0? Deck is too good. Never played Tolsimir. The only time I even drew Tolsimir was game 1, right? The one where I only played 2 spells. Yeah, okay, easy 7. All right. What do we call this deck? It's just like green white wide tokens, right? I don't know. I don't know. Why do I name decks? It's because someday I imagine I might look at my collection and someone's going to be like, hey, do you want to play a game of Constructed? And I'll be like, no. But I could get out my limited deck if you want. We can play with that. I don't know. It's lots of tokens, man. Tokens doing their jobs. There you go. Amazing. And of course, I get this good result on the account of mine that's very well off financially and not the one that is drowning in debt. Oh well. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.